How do you pack so many superhero names into one movie without spoiling their individual talents?
Oh, I don't know. We may have spoiled their individual talents. It's hard to say. It's difficult. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of discipline, focus. You put all the characters up on a board and you go through them and you talk through their arcs. We write ideas under each character. And then we coalesce that into a narrative, and then we get the actors involved, where they give us input on their characters and what they think their arc should be, and then we do another pass at the script. So it's very workmanlike. It's like painting a house.
Winter Soldier was like espionage, and Civil War was like psychological. What tone is Infinity War going to be?
We always thought of the movie as more like a smash and grab, almost like a heist film. So we were inspired by early 90s heist movies like Out of Sight, 2 Days in the Valley. That's sort of that tone of the fact that the villain's always one step ahead of the heroes, a relentless plot, driving the action. That's sort of the core heart of what this movie is. I think, it gets much bigger than that, but at its essence, we wanted that energy.
And one thing I think that we did in this film was very unique and for commercial filmmaking is we told the story from his point of view. And I understand what that means when you see the movie, but it allowed us to get into the psychology of the character, for the audience to get into his psychology, and to go on a journey with him throughout moments in the movie. Certainly, the heroes still have a point of view, but Thanos is dominant.
Whedon did the first 2 Avengers movies by himself as a director. What do you think you, as 2 directors and brothers, can contribute to an Avenger movie?
Just
a sense of like.
He's
like, what can we contribute? Here's the good news. Because there's 2 of us, we're less exhausted. Yeah. We shot for a year straight, January to January. We took 2 weeks off in between. It was a very intense process. It's physically demanding on you. It's psychologically demanding. A typical day for us would be getting up at 6 in the morning, shooting from 7 until 7 p.m., going to the edit bay till midnight, prepping for the next day between like midnight and 1 p.m., and then getting back up at 6 a.m. and doing this again. And it went on for a year. I think the fact that there's 2 of us is, really the reason that we're sitting here, and that, we're able to get through that process. It was hard enough making one of those movies, but putting 2 of them back to back, 2 of the most expensive films ever made, 2 of the most difficult movies ever made, it was a very narrow target to hit.